88.3 FM, WHCM, Palatine, a product of Harper College and its Board of Trustees.
Yeah. That's a good one. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, September 7th, 2010. You are listening to the Jim Murphy Radio Show. My name is Jim Murphy, and I hope you're having an outstanding day on this very windy day in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. You're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM in Palatine, Illinois, and also listening to MurphCast.com. So how you doing today? I hope you had a good week. I had a pretty good week. And I been preparing ideas for the show. And I came up with a genius idea to kind of write things down during the week as I went along. Or actually just kind of enter them into my phone here, kind of little notes and things to talk about. So the first one that I have on the list here is the Dan Patrick Show. And I don't know how many of you know who Dan Patrick is, but he's the former, or was a sportscaster on ESPN, and also does Sunday Night Football. And he has a show every day on DirecTV on Channel 101 called, smartly, The Dan Patrick Show. And, you know, I've been thinking about ideas of what to do for this show, and I think I might just pattern after his show. Did I just belch there? I can't believe I did that on the air. Anyway, but I've been watching that show, and I don't know if you've seen it, but it's his radio show that he does in the studio, in the radio studio, and also simulcasts it or broadcasts it also on DirecTV. And I like it a lot because it's just so relaxed. It's just wide open. I know he has a format, but he talks about whatever he wants. But he's just so relaxed behind the microphone. And he has his sidekicks. I think there's 4 or 5 guys who, you know, he includes in the show. But I really wanted to, if I'm ever going to make it in this business, doing this, is pattern myself kind of after him, where he is just so completely relaxed behind the microphone, talking about sports or events of the day, and I just really like it. So I'm still putting together ideas for this show, what format it's going to take. I have a couple ideas now that I can already play my own CDs. And by the way, I hope you like that first song. That was Pound Cake by Van Halen, off of Van Halen Live. And I have a couple other gems that I'm going to be playing this afternoon. And I'm only going to be in until 5 today. Not going to do the regular 3-hour shift. Got a obligation that I have to take care of tonight for school. Still working on that education. Trying to get that associate's degree in business. Making up for lost time of the past. But anyway, just to get back to that original thought, is just, I really admire Dan Patrick. I just admire how calm and collected he is behind the microphone, and hopefully I can come close to imaging his style if I can. All right, let's see. What's the next one on here? The next one I have on here is Conan O'Brien. And where I got that from is, I don't know if many of you saw the Emmy Awards recently on NBC, hosted by Jimmy Fallon. It was an outstanding show, I thought, as far as award shows go. He did a great job of hosting, including the audience members, which usually, many times, that can become pretty uncomfortable. But I thought he did a real good job. And I also brought up Conan O'Brien because of the scenario that occurred that night where he was up for an award for The Tonight Show, believe it or not. And there was a possibility that if he won, he would do his acceptance speech for winning an award for The Tonight Show. I forget what category, but it would be done on NBC. How cool would that be? I thought that would have been a pretty funny moment. But it didn't turn out. The Daily Show won for like the 9th time in a row. But Jimmy Fallon did include Conan in, not the opening act, but once he went out into the crowd, he was talking about himself, that he would maybe one day take his show, his late night show, to the West Coast, or maybe just take over the Tonight Show. He says, I can move to the Tonight Show, I can move to the West Coast. Things would be great. What could go wrong? And then they cut real quick to Conan and showed him, and he had kind of a growl on his face, which was kind of funny too, because he was still a few days away from his gag order that was imposed upon him, or that he agreed to with NBC after they let him loose. So I thought that was pretty funny. Kind of speaking without speaking. And then also I don't know if you also saw the opening monologue, or the opening for the Emmy Awards was just outstanding. If you get a chance to see it, it's on YouTube. Just look up Jimmy Fallon Emmys, and it's the opening act, or the opening monologue for it, where he brought in the cast of Glee, Tina Fey, and a bunch of other people, Kate Gosselin, Betty White, and it was just an outstanding opening, set to the theme of Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. So it was very, very good. And if you get a chance, take a look at it. It was very funny. Posted it on Facebook for all my friends to see. All right, what else do we got here? Let's see. I hope I don't go through all of my stuff here within the first few minutes. I probably will. All right, let's see. I wrote down here Food Channel. Now, I think the reason I put that down there was for my favorite show on the Food Channel, on Food TV, that I was watching. And that show is Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. I just love that show. The guy, his name is Guy Fieri, who hosts it. He's okay. He's all right, but just the places he goes to and the food he eats. He, within the last year, went to a place I think it's in Tinley Park. It's a food, or it's a pizza place. I think it's a pizza place in Bowling Alley called, what's it called? Vito and Nick's, where they have just the best thin crust pizza. I've been meaning to take a ride out there. Actually, it's in Lamont. And place looks great, but just the places he goes to, and the small town, family-owned places. And actually, last summer, I was in a place, took a road trip with a buddy to Tulsa, Oklahoma, or outside of Tulsa. And we wound up going to a place, if I could remember the name, called Clanton's. Clanton's, somewhere near Tulsa, Oklahoma. And as soon as I walked in the place, I went, I've been here. I know that I have been here. And I had, because I saw the place on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And I enjoyed their chicken fried steak, which was just outstanding. But the feature was cobbler. Oh, man, was that good. I think it was apple and peach and cherry cobbler. Oh, just outstanding. I could barely get up from the table after I went there. So if you get a chance, check out Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. All right, welcome back. You're listening to the Jim Murphy Radio Show. My name is Jim Murphy on WHCM and MurphCast.com. It is 4:21. I hope you're having an outstanding day. A little windy today here outside of Chicago. All right, I've been waiting to play this one for a while. I just can't get enough of this song. It's an oldie. It's a goodie. Get up on your feet. Let me see your hands. Here's the OJs with I Love Music on WHCM. All right, that was the OJs with I Love Music. I'm Jim Murphy. You're listening to the Jim Murphy Radio Show on WHCM. It's 4:24. All right, I got another one here for you. Going to stay with the same R&B funk theme. Here is Undisputed Truth with Smiling Faces on WHCM. All right, that's Smiling Faces by Undisputed Truth. It's 4:28 on WHCM. My name is Jim Murphy. Hope you're having a fine afternoon on this windy day in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. All right, the next one I got for you to play for you, another oldie from my era, your late 70s era. Here's Driver's Seat by Sniffin' the Tears on WHCM. All right, that's Icicle Works with Whisper to a Scream. You're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM in beautiful Palatine, Illinois. It's 5 o'clock on WHCM. I'm Jim Murphy. You're listening to the Jim Murphy Radio Show, also on MurphCast.com. And I think it's just about time for me to mosey along, and hopefully it's entertaining and I can make some type of a connection with you. That's the whole point of it, is to be a good communicator. And just think about other things. I have some ideas for the show. I want to bring in some guests that I don't really want to give it away just yet, but I have some ideas to try to expand the show. So I got about a minute left here. I think I will turn it back to the program tunes, and you'll get the legal ID at the top of the hour. So until next week, have a nice, fun, and safe week, and I will see you again next Tuesday. Bye.
88.3 FM, WHCM, Palatine, a product of Harper College and its Board of Trustees.